What is going on? We're back, and today got a bit of a different video. As you can see, we're not at the skate park, and we're also like, we're not moving very well either. Thought I'd come on here, you know, give a quick little story time. Shit, not my type of video. Don't know what I'm meant to say right now, but anyway. So, as some of you may know, I've broke my collarbone, snapped in half. I broke my rib, and I've punctured a lung. Now, basically how this happened was, some of you might know, went to Netherlands for the Bene scoot, however you pronounce it. So we went to the Netherlands for the competition, which was in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. And it was all going great, you know. On the first day, we had practice, you know, practice was going well, got my runs. And then on the second day, we had qualifiers and top 10 qualify. And I qualified in third. Here's my runs. So yeah, I was happy with my runs, happy with qualifying in third, and I had a lot in mind to, like, you know, up the ante a bit, you know, get the runs going, get the crowd going, and then in finals, yeah, I sent it a little bit too large. So basically, what had happened was, in my first run, I landed like a decent run. It weren't the run I wanted, but like I added some things here and there. I'll put it in now.
Right wing, straight to it. Come on, Thomas. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it up for Thomas.
So as you can see, it was similar to my qualifying run, but it was a little bit better. I added bits here and there, and then I planned to do a double backflip whip in my second run, but I was nervous, like. The box weren't the biggest box to do it on, and like I was scared, but I sent it anyway. Like, yeah, I sent it because I knew that my first run wasn't quite enough to get top 3, and the goal was top 3. So I thought, you know what, we might as well go all or nothing on the second run. So I sent the double flip whip first attempt. Here's my first attempt.
I'm the MVP. I'm the MVP, like
So my first attempt, you know, was quite good. It was close, nearly rolled away. But from there, my mindset was, right, if I do the rest of my run, I know I'm going to get nowhere with it because I fell off on the first trick. And everyone went crazy when I did the double flip whip. So I was like, you know what, we might as well just try it again, just for the crowd. So I went back up the ramp, you know, I was confident, going like this. I was like, yeah, we'll try it again. Got the crowd going, everyone was screaming, I had adrenaline.
James Harden, how I'm traveling for fun. Full posters, but I never did it done. I'm the MVP, like I'm Curry on a...
I dropped in, speed wobbled, and so what's happened is I've flicked the whip, caught it perfect, but I've started going off the side of the ramp, and in my head, I thought I was going off the edge of the ramp. I thought I was landing just on the concrete. So I jumped off and I tried to spread like this before I done the second flip, but I seen the lights twice. So I went back, seen the lights, jumped off, seen the lights again, and I thought, I've messed this up now. Seen the lights twice, I'm about to see the lights again on the floor. So yeah, I'll put the crashing but blurred. But yeah, I don't want to put the full thing in and get like, I don't know, get the video taken down or anything. But if you want to see the full crash, you can go on my Instagram, which is same as YouTube, just Thomas Ashfield, or I've posted it as a short on here, so you know, go check that out. But yeah, so I've completely miscalculated the flip. I've just messed it completely up. But if you watch it back, I move my head at the last second. Like, I go like this. If I didn't do that, like, it could have been a lot worse. Like, thank God I moved my head, because if I didn't, you know, I'd probably be a lot worse than I am now. I probably wouldn't be sat here laughing and joking. I'd probably be paralysed or have a broken neck. And thank God for my helmet as well. Shout out to S1, you know, for keeping my head safe. But yeah, so I've hit the floor. You know, people coming round. I'm literally completely winded. Like, I can barely breathe. And I knew that I'd messed my shoulder or something up, because obviously it was hurting here, but I had a lot of adrenaline, and so I couldn't really, you know, I couldn't really feel much. I just knew that I was really winded, and a few people thought my shoulder was dislocated and wanted to put it back in. I was like, no, it's fine. I'm just let me get my breath back. So I got my breath back, stood up, everyone cheered, and as soon as I stood up, I knew that like something over here was messed up, because I couldn't hold my own arm. So I went over to the corner, lay down on the ground. You know, the paramedics was there holding my head, because I wasn't allowed to move because... Oh, sorry. I wasn't allowed to move because they thought that I might have broken my spine or neck or torque. So my head was being held like this. I had my head still. The ambulance came in. Insert picture of the ambulance. And shout out to the woman in the ambulance. She was lovely. She was really nice, you know. Give me some drugs. You know, I don't know if I can say what drugs, but she gave me some strong stuff, yeah. The ambulance was spinning, but the pain was going. That was the main thing. I got to the hospital. You know, there was about 6 people all waiting there for me. They was all running around me doing different things. One was taking my jewellery off. One was giving me injections. Then there was another one giving me injections. I was getting oiled up. You know, I was getting scanned and everything. And then, so yeah, from there, they'd done the checks. They was happy with everything. I got sent into X-rays and a CT scan. And from those, they saw that obviously I snapped my collarbone. I broke my first rib, which is actually like where those burns are. That's like where the rib's broken. So I broke a rib there, broke my collarbone, and they seen that I had like a little hole in my lung from like where my rib had punctured it, I think that's where it's from, I don't know. But had a little hole in my lung, so I had to stay in there overnight. You know, big shout out. Also, I want to thank Caroline and her husband Robin. You know, they're two are like the organisers for the competition, for like so much help. Honestly, like Robin came in the ambulance with me. You know, he let me put my playlist on for the runs. He came in ambulance with me. He stayed with me, made sure I was fine. Caroline, same thing. She made sure, because Charlie stayed in the room with me. She made sure me and Charlie got to the train station safely. You know, she like looked after us, brought us food and everything. So I want to thank those two and everyone just at the comp. I want to thank Mad Gear as well for looking after me so much, and Jordan Clark for, you know, like sitting with me, making sure that I was all okay and everything. And yeah, just thank you to all the support of everyone, and all you, like the amount of messages I got on Instagram is insane. Like, thank you all so much. Anyway, enough rambling. So where was I? Yeah, so they saw all the injuries, and I had to stay in overnight purely because of my lung. They didn't want it to get any worse or anything. So, you know, stayed in there overnight. They kept a close eye on me, kept giving me drugs, so that was cool. And then the next morning, they said that it hadn't got any worse and I can go. However, I couldn't fly because obviously the puncture in my lung, I'm not allowed to fly for 2 weeks. So me and Charlie, big shout out to Charlie for doing this with me, we had to get the train back from Rotterdam. So we got the train from Rotterdam to Belgium, and then from Belgium, we got the Eurostar back to London. Then my mum and dad met me there. They picked me up and took me straight to the hospital, because that's what they told me to do. You know, just get it checked, make sure everything was still fine. But long story short, I've got to wait 6 weeks recovery time, so it's not too bad, and I'm very grateful. Like, obviously I'm not grateful for the injuries I got, but it could have been a lot worse. So I've got to wait 6 weeks until I can ride again. But don't worry, boys and girls. You know, I've still got videos I haven't posted. I've got one absolute banger that'll be coming out next week. And then, you know, I'll still be going up to Jamie and that. I'll still film some content, but obviously it won't be as regular. But in 6 weeks, we'll be flying again. But yeah, I just want to thank Mad Gear and, you know, all the people at the comp again for being so supportive. And you lot for all, like, the nice messages and that. But yeah, I thought I'd just come on here, you know, kind of tell you what had happened, because a lot of you would probably be wondering why I disappeared for a little bit. But yeah, anyway, Hope you enjoyed me rambling for however long this is. Make sure you press buttons. Code Tom10 at Mad Gear. Don't try a double flip whip to headstand.
I'm in the zoo with the lions.